Oh, no problem. So thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. I'm super excited.
Yeah, so for those who don't know who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, my name is Whitney. On TikTok, I'm Keep Up Radio, and I basically do celebrity news and fun fact videos, as well as music challenges and what I call certified stan challenges, which is just like asking questions about some of the more popular celebrities and influencers.
That's awesome. And then what made you passionate about celebrity news and like want to make that your niche?
Yeah, I've always actually been very into like celebrity news. I can remember being younger and like looking online and being like, I want to like work for TMZ. And then I was like, no, wait, I want to work for E News because the celebrities like go and hang out with E News. So like just from a very young age, have always loved reality TV and like just looking at like celebrity. And I think that came from like knowing that they're doing something that's bringing like joy to other people in their lives. So it's something I kind of like idolized and hope to be able to do one day.
Mhm.
So it's always been there, but for a really long time, I didn't do anything celebrity news related just because I was like, oh, like it's very oversaturated. There's so many like T channels and like, you
Yeah.
know, like the E News and the Entertainment Tonight. Like there's so many. I was like, I don't feel like I can really bring anything unique to the table. But then, you know, I had been TikToking since around quarantine starting, and I had like my own personal channel that I started on. But then basically, I also have like a podcast that I had been working on a little bit, and I had done an episode about like two podcasters. They had like split up, and it was like a pretty big deal. And so I did an episode about that, and it was like my first ever like celebrity news like episode. And it did really well, and like it got a lot of listens. So I was like, oh, okay, like that worked out really well. Let me like do another one. And so for Ariana Grande's like Positions album release, I did like basically documenting her entire career. And through doing that and learning so much about her, I was like, wow, like there's so many facts I've learned about her that I feel like people don't know. And that's like where the 4 facts about whoever that you didn't know came from, which is like the main TikTok video that I do. So that's kind of all how it came full circle. And like once I realized, oh, I feel like I can do something a little bit more unique that hasn't been done so much, and like leverage TikTok, which is like such a cool app right now because people have the ability to grow. That's like kind of how it all came together.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really cool niche because people like really want to know stuff about their favorite celebrities.
Yeah, it's
Really into
fun.
those random facts and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you have any like favorite celebrities to talk about?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm like absolutely obsessed with Kim Kardashian. I feel like she's such an OG now, and just I look like respect her so much from like a business standpoint and from like a strategic standpoint. So I absolutely love her. And my username is Keep Up Radio, so that kind of came up from like keep up with the Kardashians like a little bit too. Yeah, so kind of like paying homage to them. But she's somebody I absolutely love. But I definitely love talking about most celebrities. I'm in a certain way. I feel like I am like something that was always unique about me is I never like specifically quote unquote stand one particular person. I loved learning about multiple people, which is also why I think this like works because I'm always willing to like ingest new information about different people too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But do you not like stan anybody?
Um,
Really?
I feel like I guess in theory, like yes, I do. I would say like I'm a Kim Kardashian stan, like I'm a Charlie D'Amelio stan, like I'm a Nicki Minaj stan. So like yes, but there are some people that I feel like take it to like a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to like really invest a lot of time. Like when you see like these Instagram fan pages or the TikTok fan pages, like these people are dedicating their literal like social media lives to like one person, which is awesome. And I never really felt like I could do that for one person, but I do like what I've created now. So I can kind of talk about all the people that I do like.
Yeah, it's cool to have a variety.
Hmm.
To you, is there anything in particular that like would make a celebrity stan worthy? Or I
That's
guess
a question.
likable or like want to talk about them?
Yeah, I feel like in general, I'm not too picky about who I'll talk about because I know everybody has their group of people that like them, you know, and that's like what makes a stand is they like really align with that person's values and stuff. So I'm not too picky about things. Sometimes my personal feelings do get in the way of like posting about people if they're very dramatic or like tea like I try to do content that's a little bit more like informative and like positive mostly. And so when somebody is an influencer that has like a lot of drama, I tend not to, but I don't know if that's going to be forever. I'm still like, I just started my channel in November. So like, I'm still like trying to learn and figure out what I want to do. So occasionally, I do feel like, oh, like, I don't know if I want to do them, but I still think people have a right to like, quote unquote, stand that person. Cause at the end of the day, they're probably talking or doing something that has made that person's day better. So everybody's version of like what is like stand worthy, I feel like is different. And I totally respect everybody's version of that.
Yeah, totally. And then obviously 2020 was like a really, really crazy year for like celebrity like gossip and stories. I feel like
Yeah.
2021 hasn't been quite as crazy, although I don't know, I haven't really been keeping up like that.
Yeah.
But what have been like your favorite story so far of 2021?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think. I feel like I was very excited about, and this was kind of a 2020 into 2021 story. I don't know if you're familiar with Nico. She had that song go viral on TikTok with the stupid, like stupid boys think that I need them. I'm obsessed with her. I love her music. I was actually supposed to go to her concert last year in March. She was opening for Doja Cat and it got canceled. I was so sad. But she basically was coming out with her, I think it's her first debut album, Demi Devil, and it was supposed to come out last year in 2020, but then she had written a note and shared it online and said like she's just really not ready for the album to come out, so I'm going to push it to 2021. It was supposed to come out in February, which is when her birthday is, but it got released early. Throughout the entire promo for her album, her merch team, it seems like, has been messing up a lot. Like the website wasn't working very well, unfortunately. It happened to me too. I was trying to buy merch and it wasn't working very well. And then they shipped out her merch early before the album was supposed to release, causing her to release her album before February. So that was like a very interesting story to me that I've been keeping up with. But luckily, you know, I think everything worked out. The album's here. I love it. I still haven't gotten my merch yet, so I'm waiting on that, but I think it's coming from London, so that's okay. But yeah, that was a story that I kind of like followed from 2020 to 2021. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but that sounds like a good story for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for you personally, obviously you have like your TikTok account, which is growing like really awesomely. You
Yeah.
seem like really ambitious. So what do you want
Thank
to
you.
do in the future?
Yeah, I think as of now, I've been thinking about this a lot because TikTok is so awesome. You've seen so many new people, you know, rise to the top and be able to kind of really capitalize on their dreams because of it. And so I feel like I've been thinking really like it would be cool to be able to host or like be at a panel and like help facilitate a panel with like maybe like a Comic-Con or something where people get to meet those people that they stan. I feel like that would be really cool.
Yeah,
But I've also thought because some of my TikToks are like games, kind of like the challenges that I do. It feels very like Ellen like to me in a way. So I was like, oh, how cool would it be if like I could become like the Ellen, but like online, because obviously Ellen's like on daytime television and daytime television is like, you know, the OG, but now everything's like going online and stuff. And I was like, I'd love if I could become like when people go to Ellen, they're like, oh, I know I've like kind of made it. Like that's their point when they get to go on the Ellen show. And I would love to maybe have some kind of show where I got to have celebrities come on and like similar to how Ellen gets them to show like their human and personal side a little bit. I would love to be
yeah,
able to do that as well with like fun games and asking them questions and stuff like that.
totally. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, and
Yeah.
for you, obviously, I'm sure there's been like so many exciting parts about like going on TikTok and building an audience, but do you have maybe one part that's been the most exciting?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny. It was like a yay, and then like a, oh no. Yesterday, Lil Nas X duetted one of my videos. So that was really cool, but he deleted it like maybe 10 minutes after. So it was like, oh my God, finally, because it was a do you really know the lyrics to what is it? Old Town Road. And a lot of people actually some people have been singing along and playing along, but some people have been memeing the videos as well too, like just like staring at the screen or like making weird noises or saying outrageous things, which is fine by me because I know that's going to happen. And it's cool to still see people like using my video to like get other people to laugh. So I'm totally fine with it. So he kind of went the route of like just speaking And it was kind of a little dark humorous. So I feel like maybe he was like, oh, maybe I should take that down. Or maybe somebody called him and said, that's a little dark. Maybe you should take that down. So, but I'd actually duetted his duet of my video before he took it down, because I literally was like, what if this gets taken down for some reason? Like, I need to duet it right away so I can still have the memory. And like, lo and behold, like he did end up taking it down. So that was like a cool thing that happened that like only short lived, but I feel like TikTok is so great for being able to reach those kinds of people. So I just don't think that'll be the last time that'll happen for me. So I'm just going to keep going. But yeah, that was probably like the highlight of my TikTok so far. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so cool he saw it.
Yeah. And then I think another thing too is like Heidi D'Amelio followed me on TikTok, and that was really exciting. That was like earlier on. I have like a segment that I do called Defending Celebrities Like It's My Job. So if I read a headline that I'm like, oh, they're just like going in on her for no reason, I'll like defend the celebrity. And I've done it for like Dixie and Charlie a couple of times. And I just generally talk about them because I am a fan. I love their stuff. And I think Heidi had seen a couple of the videos and then maybe ended up following me for it. So that was cool. So those are the two highlights that I've had so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then what advice would you give to aspiring content creators?
Yeah, I definitely would say just keep trying. I mean, I have literally been trying to figure out what my thing was since 2017. I went to school for digital marketing and social media marketing, and like within like the first year of working full time, I gained what I like to think as like a really good skill set in like how to be a good digital marketer,
Yeah.
which basically anybody on TikTok is a digital marketer. You're trying to market for yourself on social media. So I feel like I had the tool set, like I understand like what worked and what didn't, but I had to figure out what my niche was, which took me a long time because I was so anti-niche for so long, because again, like I like a lot of things.
Yeah.
But then once I figured out like what my true niche was, it really worked. And I know a lot of people are anti-niche, but I guess I would reiterate and say like, don't feel bad about not knowing your niche. But I do think like finding that niche is really what's going to help you. I've heard a video marketer, she's on YouTube, her name's Sunny Lenarduzzi. I used to watch her videos all the time, and it always stayed in my head. She said you need to niche down to blow up, and I can't even start to explain how true I think that is. So I think like just really like trying to find your niche, but not beating yourself up about it if you're not finding it. Cause like I said, it took me literally from 2017 up until November 2020 to finally find my niche and feel like I was having like some success on social media. And then specifically with TikTok, I think the watch time is super important. I don't think enough people like really get it, but basically the algorithm works in a way where like if you can get your watch time to be like 80% or higher, your video is going to go viral. And so that's how I can like kind of tell when my video is going to go viral in a way, because I can look at, okay, like how many likes did I get in regards to views, and that's like a thing. But then a day later you can like get those analytics if you join, like you set your account to creator or whatever. You can see the watch time. So my most successful video it was me showing news about Cardi B, and it got 900,000 views, and it was a 15-second video, but the watch time was 17 seconds, which means people watched the whole video and watched a little bit more, like a second time through, which is basically telling TikTok, oh, like this video is so good, people are staying on the app longer, so push it out to more people, because what they care most about is keeping people on the app. So those are the two things I think I would probably say, that and like good lighting. You don't need like a fancy camera, but I think good lighting is like important too. So I would say like good lighting, watch time, and then like finding your niche if you can.
That's definitely really good advice.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to celebrity news and your kind of style and approach, do you prefer to kind of do like your facts and the way you present news like on a more factual basis or an opinion basis?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think a lot of times I go for sure fact-based, just because I feel like a lot of stuff right now is opinion-based. And sometimes like I know in times like I've been reading articles, and like you probably like see a story where they get you with the headline and you click, and then there's like a lot of filler until you get to the actual like, oh, this is what I was trying to read. So I like to like just give the people what they want to hear right away. And TikTok's really good for that, because it's all about like brevity in a way, like 15 seconds. So that's what I like. So I try to be as fact-based and like quick as possible. And occasionally I'll throw my opinion in, but really like I do try to be fact-based, because at the end of the day, I'm thinking about my watch time a lot. And I know like people really just want to hear what they want to hear. And my hope is if they see me enough, then they'll take the time to follow me. And then when they we build that relationship of like they like my content, they can get to know me and my opinion more so like on my YouTube channel or like when I go live on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely think that's cool. And it's kind of refreshing to just like get the facts.
Yeah, it's the best. It's literally my favorite thing. I'm like, I can literally just tell them the good news and we can move on. And it's like so nice.
Totally. And so where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok as at Keep Up Radio, and I'm on Instagram as at Keep Up Wit, WHITME, because my name's Whitney, so it's like Keep Up With Me, but it's Keep Up With Me.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I'm on Keep Up Radio on YouTube as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. Yeah, hope you have a great day. Thank
You
you.
too. Bye bye.